Recent revelations that hundreds of English crop circles are the work of sophisticated hoaxers has damaged the reputation of dedicated researchers. But these Syriologists are undaunted by the controversy. By studying the hoaxed crop circles, they've learned the tricks of the trade. The fakes, they say, have made it easier for them to separate the wheat from the chaff.
I think hoaxers have taught us all a lesson. They have shown that you can back-engineer many of the features, but you cannot back-engineer all of them.
Crop circle researcher Colin Andrews is one of just a handful of full-time investigators determined to discover the source of these beautiful, enigmatic patterns appearing in crop fields from England to Australia.
We have looked at the techniques employed by hoaxers. We have, in fact, hoaxed them ourselves. But what happens every time, of course, is that there is evidence that you've been there. With the genuine phenomena, the fingerprint of the spiral, that is the number of revolutions the spirals take from the center of the vortex to completion at the circumference, is also different. And the plants are changed at the cellular, anatomical level. This is a field of oilseed rape. It's a very brittle plant. By the lightest touch of the finger, you'll see the bruising that occurs on this. I've removed the hue from the plant, and the damage is evident for everybody to see. Well, if that plant, being in the upright position, as the thousands of them are in this field, received the energy of the crop circle constructor, whoever or whatever that is, this is what would happen. I mean, here's the plant being bent over beyond 45 degrees, down to the horizontal, and snap. We would immediately establish that a circle has been hoaxed by the fact that the plants will knuckle or snap off, just like carrots or celery. In the genuine phenomena, they bend over evenly, they're undamaged, and it is as if a steaming effect has occurred.
Andrews, an electrical engineer by trade, first became interested in the crop circle phenomenon in 1983. He was driving to work one morning when a strange pattern in a wheat field caught his eye.
I saw 5 circles forming a cross in a field below me, and it was absolutely fascinating. I'd not seen or heard anything like this before. The engineer in me was calling already what actually formed this.
Although crop circles have been sighted worldwide, more than 90% of the world's total have been found in southern England, within 40 miles of this circle, Stonehenge. Earlier this year, Sightings provided Colin Andrews with a high-8 camera to keep an ongoing record of new crop circle activity occurring in this region.
This is pretty much a typical day in the life of a crop circle researcher, responding to calls from farmers, police, that a circle has been discovered in a field. It certainly starts at first thing in the morning, responding to those calls, and to get up into aircraft, looking for the patterns wherever they might be. John, where I think we would certainly like to get is north of Andover. This year is only the second year in 12 years that has seen a downward curve, but an increase in complexity of the patterns themselves. We have seen a whole new family, a whole new range of patterns. Many of them resemble galaxies, a series of circles and rings, rotating as if they are circumventing a central feature. As you tick off the list of possibilities, you get closer and closer to being obliged to consider that something external, something which is intelligent, is actually placing them there.
Simply considering the possibility that crop circles are the result of non-human intervention has made Andrews and other Syriologists pariahs in the scientific community.
I think some of the media have put a funny tag on the subject, and the fact that I am now publicly saying that I believe there is intelligence involved here has, I think, further distanced my professional colleagues from me. So it is very much a lonely life out here.
And while Andrews could once count on farmers for free access to their fields, now the farmers have had a change of heart.
this year, the National Farmers Union in Great Britain have offered £1,000 for information leading to the very first arrest of those people who are making some of these crop circles. So the attitude certainly has firmed up. A number of farmers have become really actually quite aggressive and have now refused entry to many of the researchers like myself to actually conduct any work whatsoever on their land.
Despite irate farmers, mischievous hoaxers, and a skeptical public, Colin Andrews perseveres because he believes the answer to the crop circle mystery is within his grasp.
The research, I think, is reaching its final stages. We do have evidence that a phenomena exists. We have some idea as to whereabouts in the electromagnetic spectrum the energy is coming from. I think what we are left with now is to put into position at the primary places we now know they're going to arrive a very, very sophisticated surveillance operation. And we have to record on high quality, television quality footage, the crop circle makers.
The serious study of crop circles is a classic catch-22. To prove that some crop circles are formed by supernatural forces, researchers like Colin Andrews need scientists to conduct controlled studies. But scientists won't do these studies until it's proven that the crop circle phenomenon is not a hoax. Until next time, remember, no mystery is closed to an open mind. For Sightings, I'm Tim White.